Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
What's up, everyone? Yeah, man, big up the people. Them. Check. Cash. Yeah, people, what go on? What go on? What go on? When I hear me? Check. When I hear me? Cash. Gavaska, what go on? All right. All right, big up the people, them, You know, we are do that quick live, yeah? We are do that quick live, yeah, because I just want to share a few things with the people. You know what came out at the press conference. Press conference was very interesting. Very interesting. One day we can put it up on the screen. I don't know how they do, you know. This is serious. No audio at the press conference, but I was in there. Should I record the press conference? Raquel, what go on? Faster Angela, big up yourself. Christopher Douglas, what go on? Bertha Yardi, Kevin Winter, A Forbes, Kelly Brown, Shaquan, Diamond, 420 Speedy, Gavaska, Sunny W, DW, Uncle. Yeah, man, the people them there, man. Big up on yourself. So I was in the press conference, people. Sherry Brown, big up yourself. I was in the press conference, and like I said, it was a very interesting press conference. Gart Gill spoke about, you know, the upcoming national senior championship and what they're going to be doing in terms of preparing the competition space for the teams. They spoke about, you know, the athletes making the transfer. Nothing has reached their desk as yet in terms of documentation. He said that it is sad that, you know, they are losing these athletes, but unfortunately there's nothing that the J3s can do at this moment, because they have been doing stuff. They have been, you know, putting things in place. Some athletes get stipend, and it's very minimal. And it's also on a case by case situation. Yeah. So it's not like every athlete get a stipend. I guess if an athlete writing and tells them that they, you know, want some assistance, they survey the case and the situation, and they will decide if that athlete should get some assistance. They are saying that corporate Jamaica should come on board, but my question is, what are they doing to get these entities to, you know, support the movement? Or some blame probably has to be placed on the athletes' shoulder. They have to market themselves, and they definitely they have to take some sort of accountability to the athletes, Because remember, it's not only about you running fast, it's about you being marketable, it's about you being visible in the social media space. I mean, this space or time that we're in is social media savvy. There are several media platforms, from the Twitter formerly from the X, formerly Twitter. You have Facebook is still around, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok is one of the fastest growing one. You have YouTube. So there are several things that athletes can do, yeah, in order to, get their brand out there so they can attract some sort of sponsorship. So I think the athletes need to look into that. We interviewed athletes on this platform before. We spoke about that, what athletes are doing and such like, because you don't necessarily get a contract based off you running a fast time alone. That is not the only reason why you get a contract, right? One of the interesting thing that came out of the press conference, in his preamble, the president indicated that the questions will be geared towards the national championship. And quite frankly, the media was not interested in the national championship. The media was interested in the hot story that has been making the rounds for the past few days, and that is a switch of allegiance of the athletes. Yeah. And I mean, when it was time for the media to ask questions, it's and this is what they should talk about when one person spoke about censorship. This is censorship that is taking place when you're told the type of questions to ask. Me muting a phone when two adults talking at the same time is different from your instructing people what sort of questions to ask in a media press conference. I have people watching and people listening. I can't have two adults talking or trying to talk over each other. That is not censorship. What happened today, I believe that is censorship. You see what I'm saying, people? So the fact that I think they, and the question was asked, what other forum will you allow us to answer, to ask these questions? Because quite frankly, there's not going to be any more press conference. There's not going to be any more press conference. But the president indicated that no media houses, or if there is one who would ask questions via what writing them, then they would have answered all the questions that they would have asked. So he's saying that in order to ask questions, you have to put it in writing to the J3s. And I think that was over the top. But we have to big up Kean Rayner. Kean Rayner went in and said, listen to me. He has been to several press conferences and never a time the media has been told the questions to ask. And he went on and started to ask the questions, and they had no choice. Even though, for me, and this is me, some of the questions that they answered, I think there were some sort of being cagey in their answering those questions. But they spoke about some of the things that they have been doing, which I spoke about earlier. So the J3s are doing a lot, and they say that they believe it is still not enough. Even when they spend over 100 million, they feel like it is not enough because the money that they have in the coffers, it is limited. And they indicate also that they are not being paid for the job that they are doing. So people believe that they are being paid for the job that they are doing when that is not so. So they made that absolutely clear that they are not being paid for what they are doing. They are going above and beyond. Yeah. They believe they also believe like what we believe. This is not a new phenomenon, and it is a situation where they think that agents and managers and coaches have been uncuffing them in the situation because they believe that these athletes would have been very friendly, very cordial with them throughout their junior years, and all of a sudden, boom, they are not being able to come to the J3s and talk to them about issues that they're having. But I mean, again, when you look at it from a parent standpoint, do you only go to your mother or your father whenever you have an issue so that they can solve it? Or isn't it sometimes they press you, they know their child so much that when they see their child act in a particular way, they are the ones who will go above and beyond and reach out to these kids to ensure that everything is all right. And that's how conversations go about. So I think it's kind of I don't know. This thing is just one of those things that we cannot stop as a country because of these offers that are coming, because of the agents that the athletes have, right? But at the same time, a friendly and a relationship approach should be taken by the J3A's members. That is what we have been preaching. You cannot meet up to certain things. But when they leave, they should not be saying it is because of this, it is because of that. Let them leave on their own account because of whatever persuasion. Exactly, Gavaskar, because it was told that an athlete, and it was quite interesting, you know, because an athlete said she emailed them several months ago and they did not respond until this thing break out. You get what I'm saying? So the situation is and I mean you see, I believe that it doesn't matter what, administration should be the bigger person and take the blame, shoulder the blame. Even if you put it on a front. You understand? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. And people believe that. All right, we'll get a call in. Make we hear where call us. Well,
Hey, coach, what going?
we're there now. Hold on there.
I never know if it's time to call in next.
Well, yeah, man, you can call in anytime, man. Poppy in, boss. You can call in next. Here, Poppy in, boss. Yeah, go ahead, Berto.
So here's the deal, right? The biggest thing I see here, this nonsense that the J3 is spewing about they work for free and it's a voluntary thing. This is the problem, you know. This has always been the problem. This is why they should have taken the amateur out of the J3. Should just leave it in there because they're amateur association. Here's the reality. Had they been more professional and more understanding of sporting management, that Adidas deal that they were offered, or even the Puma deal, they should have had in those deals administrative budget large enough where they could hire somebody professionally who could be the CEO or a manager or whatever you want to call them in the J3 and have a secretariat that is fully paid that can handle the administrative day-to-day things. And then the people who are elected, like him and his cronies, then just do, the rubber stamping when they have the meetings and whatnot. They go through different things, but you have a team working, because the reality of it is, in today's day, 2025, you can't have an administrative association unpaid completely and expect them to do the job that is supposed to be done.
Yeah, so they are not going to be doing the job in terms of putting their 100%. So there are other jobs that they have doing. They're going to put 100% because they're getting paid for that. So this is pretty much a part-time job for them. So the track and field is held
at ransom.
Hostage, yeah.
It is treated like a stepchild, like a bastard child, like it don't have no home. It don't have no growth. And this is why there's no growth in the track. And you see, people talk all the while about the J3 and it's a great administration, a great student. Nobody really I know talks that way, but there have been talk about them being good when we're doing really well in 2008 and onwards with the Usain Bolt time. It has not. We have always done well in track and field in spite of the J3 and not because of the J3. And I think if the J3 had any sense and were thinking like a real serious and they want to develop track and field, they have the Puma deal and Adidas was offering them money. It would have taken nothing for them to negotiate a 1.2 million US dollars as an administrative part of the contract. And that 1.2 million US dollars goes towards paying a secretariat to run the business of the association. So people like him don't have to leave him teaching job as a principal. Him can stand in school and do him have to do. And only come to meetings once a month or twice a month or whenever necessary. But he gets an update from the secretariat on a regular basis. Why are we not doing that? Why are we wasting our thing? I don't want to hear this excuse that we're not paid, so therefore. Don't tell me that. There are ways that you could have been paid. When you are negotiating with Puma and Adidas come and offer you money, you should have negotiated in the contract an administrative budget that you can pay a secretariat. Don't come to me like you're poor and broke and not going for you. You had the opportunity to earn and to pay for these things, but you don't want to think that way because you want to keep the status quo and use this excuse that we're volunteers, so therefore, I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is foolishness, man. We need to get out of this nonsense. I don't want to hear this nonsense about we're unpaid, so therefore. You have the opportunity to negotiate an admin, put an admin in place, get a manager or a director or whatever you want to call that person who has administrative sporting management skills, who can be the main person who's doing it day to day. That's them 24, them day to day, 7-day a week job. With a secretariat under them that can send out the letters and do. I mean, big track and field trials coming up. The kind of information that J3 is sending out, a few little posters on Twitter, it is embarrassing, my friend.
Yeah, and them they spoke about the prices of the tickets and so forth at the press conference. These things should have been out a long time ago.
You have to be a track person to go and search and find where the results are and the entries are, and the people who do this every day and know how go on can do it. But for the average person who want to find these things out, it's not readily available to them. When are we gonna? Who can step in and lead these people into the light and take them out of the darkness, and let them know that they need to put a secretariat in place, a paid secretariat, who can do the day-to-day work, so we stop getting this excuse that we're not paid, so therefore we can't do the work.
And that is what happens at the JFF, the Jamaica Football Federation.
But the JFF changed that now because their general secretary is paid.
So that may I say, they do that now. So they
change their model.
Right.
But as the JFF is them talking.
Right. So the JFF now has the general secretary as the CEO. That person does the daily operation of the JFF. So that's what you're right. That person gets a salary and he's held.
Simon Preston, who does all the sending out the information, the PR work and everything. Why can't the J Trade do the same thing? And it's not like they don't have the money. They have the money. If they don't have the money, it's because they don't know how to negotiate. Because Puma would have paid for that in a heartbeat if they negotiated it.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you see, because they live in such secrecy, we don't know what they negotiated. There need to be an open, transparent body that they can tell us what they negotiated, what the deal is, and what they need to be guided to know that, listen, put an administrative budget in so they can pay people to run the administration day to day.
Mm-hmm.
This is foolish, man.
And when we say things like these, people think that we are bashing. It's not bashing. We want the betterment of the organization or the association.
Exactly.
Fund,
Who the Jamaican don't want the best for our association?
The man identified the funds as a part of the stakeholders. So of course the funds have something that they can say. I hear Papi in Boss. Hold on, Berta. I hear Papi in Boss say, how can we blame, or why are we blaming, or why should they absorb the blame? If you are running an institution, and I'm sure Garth Gale can say that. He's a principal of Charlemont High School over there in Linstead. Right? If students are leaving rapidly, or a big chunk of his fourth formers left the school and did not matriculate to go to the fifth form, you're going to tell me that the administration of the school should not take the blame for that? They have to go into meetings and see all of that to find out what is happening, where did they go wrong, what exactly. So I mean, it might not be a direct blame that they should take, but as the leaders, may always say this, leadership, them have to take the blame first, even if you're not directly in the position to say, all right, you cause it, but you have to absorb the blame as the leadership.
Here's the thing, this thing started way before the defection of the athletes. The defection of the athletes is a small part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Their overall communication and management of track and field has been pathetic. What happened at Paris Olympics in 2024 still needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
What happened to Alana Reid? What happened to the track and the field event athletes who complain about their coaches? What happened with the air conditioning situation? What happened with Shelley getting locked out of the gate? All of these things we need to hear about, and none of them have been discussed, and none of them have been finalized. Nobody knows what is going on. And then the world relays from last year and this year has still not been dealt with either. Mm-hmm. And we need to know why this has happened, and why it happened last year, why it happened again this year, even worse this year. None of these things are being dealt with. The J-Train need to realize that they're going to be criticized for a lot of things because they're not doing the job. And then they're using the excuse now that, oh, we're volunteers. Get out of the volunteerism and get money out of your packages, your Puma, whoever, and pay an admin.
I think that is I think that comment is a low blow.
Get out of that now. It's way beyond that time now. Move ahead. Fix the thing. All right. Take care, boss.
All right. People, me tell you, years we are doing this, We started with the JFF and we have seen radical changes. We come on the streams and we go through the constitution and we talk to people in the JFF and all of these things. And when the General Secretary come on board, the General Secretary came on these platforms. We told them right now the press conference should have been happening live on some sort of YouTube channel. You get what I say? Press conference should the J3 probably should have them YouTube channel. When them have them development meet, them think they should have a stream to the J3's YouTube channel. That is also a means of generating some. It might not be a lot, but you can generate some overhead cost. That are the thing, man. That is the thing. So all what we are saying here is to ensure that we help. We are persons that invest in this sport, and we want to see better. We know that it's nothing new. Papi and Boss, every single day you come here and say the same thing that we are saying. We know it's not new. We are not new to the sport either, Mr. or Mrs. Puppy and Boss. Come on, man. You're just writing the same thing. It's like you just put down all of that and you copy and you paste it back in the chat. You keep asking questions. What are the solutions that you are presenting? We are having conversations to put. We have said several things that we think that they should do, but all they do is asking questions. How credible is the news? Let me tell you how credible is the news. World Athletics have indicated that they have gotten documents from for 4 Jamaicans who would have requested change or switch of allegiance. Let me tell you that, Papi and Boss. So let me tell you how legitimate it is. It is real. See, every day you come and ask questions, no solution you have. You come like rich poor. You're rich poor to the second power. Pure question. We are trying to give solutions. But I just pure question. Thank you, Mike C / Urban Athletics. The youth them dep on Twitter and them well, me hear say them dep on Twitter and them talk the things. So you might ask how legitimate the thing is. Is the new money making place, or they are taking Africans? Yeah, man, them gone with Favor of Feely. Favor of Feely is has officially been switched as well. You have to go over Twitter go listening. Me never listening to to be honest. Second hand information me have. Papi and Boss calling. It looks like they want the factual lockdown, but we plead the blood against them. Them behavior is unheard of, trust me. And listen, people, this is the president said it in the press conference, Coaches and athletes, no, coaches and agents are the ones, the mastermind behind these things, Listen. Coaches and man say them it's like them handcuff the J3s. Coaches and agents. The media person asks him say him not tell you supposed to know. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, coach.
Yeah, man, good
Rasta
afternoon.
again, last night.
What go on, Rasta? Big up yourself,
Good, man. There was something I wanted to say to you last night. So solution was going back from when 2008 when Usain Bolt won his first gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
When they do the to the world pose, right? I know there was something like the thing with Puma, they wanted to do like a jersey or a shirt. They didn't want to do it. But if the J3 or Jamaican government had done like a jersey with that to the world pose in the Jamaican colors, that could have generated a lot of revenue. And are you hearing my coach?
Yeah, man, we are here. But to add to that is that yes, there was a Puma or Puma, the correct pronunciation.
Yeah, I know Puma.
Shirt
yeah, I know
that was no, you know why I do that? Because you have some people who think say you don't know or me not knowing.
No, man, Puma. I know it's Puma, man. But
so
as Jamaican,
yeah.
Puma.
But then I know started dialect, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so, there was a shirt, there was a T-shirt one year, man, where that I think that statue was on, or that print was on the Jamaica T-shirt. So
Yeah, but were they marketing worldwide?
I
Because
don't
if
think
they
so.
had like a
Yeah.
museum or a store, do you have a J3 store or something like that still where that could be purchased and so on?
Nah.
Okay.
Probably these are
And then
limited
now,
edition thing.
right. So they should have done that market. They would have made a lot of money out of that. Then the next one was when we do that 122 with Shelly, Simone, and Karen. That could have generated a lot of income too. Then we have the 123. How many times? There's a lot of ways they could have marketed and make money from this. And even if, all right, say the athletes involved, give them a 10% or something off it, 5% whatever sales is made. Yeah, but there's a lot of way they could generate income and so on.
Yeah, that's true.
Because as you talk about the Reggae Boy shirt, where one of the biggest sellout worldwide. Trust me, a jersey, the Jamaican color with the athletes, you put the athletes print on it and stuff like that, and face on it. Yeah, and market worldwide, it would upsell.
Yeah.
But that might, and a lot of stuff them can do, but I might 2 cents still. But
Yeah.
I say still the athletes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I listened to something Ray Stick this morning, right? And he's talking about because he had switched to Nigeria. It was a bunch of US athletes did it in 2011. I think running a relay and stuff like that. And it's the reason why they do it because they have the same issue with all the federations because apparently these federations are controlled by the shoe company and apparently he said it's a big corruption going on with it.
Oh.
Yeah, and he said the athletes, they don't really have the athletes' interest at heart.
So even though this talk about Adidas had the athletes' best interest at heart, that or you're talking about the shoe sponsor that is aligned to the
with the federation.
Okay.
Right. Because all of them are have a shoe sponsor, which you know, all different countries and so on. But he said it's if the athletes, because the athletes speaking, and he said just had a lot of them, because he said get a lot of flack for it and come out and talk, but he will be the scapegoat because a lot of athletes want to come out and talk about it. But there's a lot of stuff happening. Most of them have are disgruntled about their federation.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
So it's not Jamaica. It's not
no man.
Jamaica.
It's just that some countries now. Or if you look at Netherlands, Dutch, right?
Yeah.
They have training facilities. So if you notice, all their athletes are competing with Femke and Lika Klaver and so on. They have facility built where that's where they train and they provide everything for the athletes. And I'm sure they didn't pay them to. But so the athletes really have to look out for themselves, boss, because Federation have to look out for them. They have to look out for themselves, because at the day when, them get their injury and then career done, what's going to happen to them?
Yeah. Verna Comrie. And I know we are here, but let me tell you this. The gentleman was not talking about buying a Puma hat in the Puma store. Gentleman was talking about a global reach for this the Usain Bolt to the world sign.
Correct.
You have to look on it like that. Many times you go into the stores, you might not see a Jamaican jersey everywhere you go. But if you go online, you will see it. So that is also something that can be done in terms of having these editions of things that are Jamaican. You know much so China them capitalize on the Jamaica color.
Oh.
Yeah? No, see that. You talk about purchasing a hat or a cap. How much knockoff of them things that them have?
A lot.
Merchandise, the man I talk about Verna.
Yeah. Merchandising and the marketing, but they need people. I guess they need people who have those abilities and skills to market them.
And that's what Bertha was. Need a operations manager, which would be the GenSec/CEO, who does all of that. Ensure everything is in place. You don't have no e-cups, all of them things that when the national team go out. That person don't even have to be there when the team go on to certain events.
Oh.
Right?
Look at Elaine, back to back, double back to back. It has never been done before by a female athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And what was really done to promote that?
I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I'm saying it was worldwide. Yeah, we are a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica are a brand, so they need to capitalize off it.
Yep.
And actually, if you link the track and field, and just like our both always get music involved with culture of reggae music and so on. So that actually could do and promote things more too.
Mm-hmm.
Have artists come and perform when they're having events and so on. Maybe more people will turn out at the stadium.
Yep. You can't go on the Puma. You can't go on the Puma store right now. Them something that Jamaica, you know. How many Jamaican type things you gonna sip on there?
Yeah. And remember, they have a Puma house almost in every country, you know,
Mm-hmm.
where the athletes go, or people can go in there and buy things. So if you do that, man, trust me, it's so you can't talk about them not getting paid and so on. That means that apparently they don't have no interest there.
Because yeah, so the effort probably would them would have give if them did not get paid. Them now get.
But why don't step away from it then and let somebody fresh come in?
I don't think that got me either.
Exactly. So they must be getting something. They're getting something.
Probably they get a stipend.
Yeah, they're getting something.
And travel reward and all.
Oh yeah, they do get that. And they get to take their family to Olympics and World Championship. They get all that stuff.
So the perks might be even better than
the pay.
Than a salary.
So that's why they're not gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the perks is there, man. So when I'm saying they're not getting paid, well, if you're not getting paid, you're not doing a good job, you need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Or there got to be somebody over you where can get rid of you. So you're saying that the government can't step in and do anything about the J3?
Yep.
The sports minister don't have any clout?
I mean, the sports ministry in terms of clout, of course, but I don't think they can interfere with things like that. In terms of, get people out or whatever. I don't think so.
Yeah, but if, as we say, it's a brand, and the brand help a lot of tourism come in the country, so there got to be something, and they actually should do something because it let a lot of visitors come to Jamaica.
But what I can say, though, caller, what I'm going to try and do, because Mr. Gale did indicate that he will take questions via email. Once people write to the J3s, they will try as best as possible to answer these questions. So what we are going to do, I'm going to try to get the email address so we can, tailor our questions and put our suggestions we can put to the J3s. So we not just come on these forums alone and talk, but we send it out so them can actually realize that these the fans are invested in the thing. The fans want to see things better. So I mean, here are some suggestions. Here are some things that you need to do. You get what I say? So I think that can be done.
With the question with that censorship, why I'm doing also, but when a question is asked in a live format, coach, that's when you know if somebody telling the truth or when they can research and just give an answer what they want to do when you're going to put it in writing and so on. It's a total different thing.
Yeah. I think that is censorship. You can't tell the journalist and say you don't want to ask the questions.
They're going to write something and that's not genuine there, when all them going to respond. They're just going to go and just say something. When you see that person, when you put them on the spot, that's when you're going to get something out of him right there.
But it is what it is. I think they probably don't want to talk about it for whatever reason. I don't know, but it is the hot topic. It has to do with 4 of our top athletes moving. So I mean, that will be the point of
but and just
conversation.
4 for no, coach. Just 4 for no.
Yeah, for real.
Just 4 for no. But I just can't understand why they don't want transparency, man. You gotta be transparent and let people see what you're doing. Yeah, it should be no secret about the Puma contract, and then comparing to what Adidas was offering and so on. It should be out there, everybody can see it.
I don't think so, do you know? Because you see, sometimes these contracts have to be protected, so to speak. But and probably there's no, something like a non-disclosure clause. Them can't say certain things. But I think if it was presented in such a way that you could present it where you all the details of the contract, but at least the public will know that, hey, this is what is
Yeah, you can
happening.
give
That is,
something.
yeah, give some different aspect of it, you know.
So how did the public know about the Adidas contract?
Because that was leaked. I think for me, I think somebody leaked the Adidas contract because they wanted to probably pressure the J3s. That
Well,
is
maybe
my
somebody inside should have leaked the Puma contract too. Or they all
nobody now gonna leak that.
so that means that they all the same.
Nobody now gonna leak that. And like I said, it's serious doing a call. Them can't just reveal contracts like that.
No.
And if you notice with the Adidas one will leak, you still never get everything.
Everything.
They just give you a portion, and if when you look on contracts, every bylaws and clause link, you know. So we just get a portion of it. Can't tell we nothing.
True.
People just hold on what them hold on based on what them say.
Well, apparently everything too secretive in the whole track and field, because just like the athletes contract and stuff like that, which every other sport, you know, more people contract how much money they make and all that stuff. The whole thing is too secretive.
Yeah, you know what I was told in terms of that part of it. If two athletes in a one camp, right? And they have the same shoe sponsor, it has to be. Me not understand how it was explained, but it can't be a case where they know each other's contract, because there might be some sort of, you know, ill feelings towards each other, or the shoe company say, "Oh, comes me, I do this and do that," and the person have a bigger contract than me. When the contract is not only about the fast times that you do, it's also about your personality, your marketability, and all of these things. You know, it difficult. Track and field, track and field different, because you see the amount of money where them have to spend towards the several track athletes where them get sponsor. It's not a big thing. So track and field athletes, them contract now go big.
Yeah, only some people get big contract.
Well, we probably think it's a big contract.
No, man. I say big, you know, I mean decent contract comparable to
others, yeah.
Because all right, so if you look at it now, most like when somebody going pro from high school, it's more like a development contract.
Yes, development contract. And if
I get no money, you know,
right,
and if they don't perform within a certain amount of years, you know what happened?
Yeah, it's a cut.
Yeah,
some percentage of a job. And if an athlete come out of college and at decent times, they might get up to $350,000 to $400,000 for the duration of the contract, which is probably spanned to 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, most time they do it 4 years. All right, look at it. When I look at the NCAA and you look at the time and some athletes perform, you see some athletes will come out and can't get a contract. You know, say, boy, it's sticky.
Yeah. Very
and we
sticky.
are talking about athletes in the US can't get a contract.
But look at Daniel Roberts. Him have a contract. Him come second last year at the Olympics, and boom, this year then drop him.
Hold on. So that tells you though that it's not all about winning medals either.
That's what I said earlier. It's about marketing.
Because, I know about that. That was sad. Actually, they dropped him short. It's actually shortly after the Olympics, you know. It just come out now, but it's
him just I said, yeah.
I think it happened from in last year, before the year end. Yeah, so
and again, the brands really have the upper hand, right?
Yeah.
They are not gonna want to give you something to be you're pretty much a brand ambassador for them, you know. And if you not using your platforms to advocate for them or put out their brand,
Yeah, true.
and talk about their brand, they're not gonna want to keep you. Yeah, we have to just face reality there, so. So
So, coach.
it's rough, but that's just the reality of the
All right.
matter.
So we look at say our biggest rival with Noah, or you call him father. Right? But the thing is this, we have to be true to yourself. The man is out there marketing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I watch him all point like the man is on all platform and market himself.
Yeah. But that still not reach to where he would want it to reach. You see,
No,
man? But at least he might
because
do something, yes.
he might do something and him still want the sport for, things coming out which them not coming. So track and field boys like the whole governor body height boys like them not want it. I don't know. It's still a run. That's what the
Track
whole
and field
problem.
is sticky, Somebody calling the other day and said the same thing. When you can say 82 games or say 40 odd games with a LeBron James or 30 odd games with a LeBron, week in, week out, you're not seeing the athletes them every week.
Man,
You see now a one time for season so
Oh,
far. Shakir one time. Shelly, you see
but
what?
guess
Two
what?
time.
They already secure a big money still in a court. So you can't, them athletes already do it and get them major sponsorship. Them money is different.
Yes, but at the same time, they are part of athletics. They are not competing every day. Even the ones that don't have a big contract, them still not compete every day.
That will it's sad because, and that's why I say track and field need to be a league where you have certain athletes and certain league they compete against each other at least every 2 weeks, man. You gotta have races where them have to compete. Because if the people aren't them, how are they gonna get sponsor and support? Because how are they gonna sell these people brand?
Yup, because the brand they are about their brand being spread worldwide, And if you can't have your Jamaican athletes who in a Adidas, Nike, or Puma, you now see the Jamaican populace being a part of these brands, wanting to wear what them are wear. A joke thing, the people are gonna say, yo, what not do? I gotta cut back.
So how is it, on the circuit, right? If you look at the Diamond League and the Continental Gold and Silver meet, I've seen athletes where every week them running, right? And they haven't won any medal or anything. But guess what? They are actually getting appearance fee because it's not about just win medal, make you all be famous, Look at when Asafa was running on the from the Golden League till it becomes Diamond League and so on. That's where Asafa make all his money. I listened to Asafa and got them talk. They make a lot, and it was in demand because when he break the world record the first time, he was in demand.
Yeah. Hey,
and Asafa was running like every week.
Yeah. Hey,
and that's what hurt him too, because when he got that injury in 2005, right? He should have actually took a year off to get his body healed, and they didn't. And then because every time the 1 hour race is okay, me run, but when they go to the World Championship and the Olympics, once you start going through the rounds, by the time you get to the final, his body break down already. So that's why you see him always get injured. He can't manage.
Yeah.
And a lot of time we say, I choke him. I don't really choke him.
Yeah, injury and I see same thing with Ovil too. The injury I miss him too. But when I think when you talk about popularity, there's this I don't remember which country she come from. The athlete there, you not see her on the circuit around and you not see she a big name athlete. But you see her Instagram following is bigger than some of the top athletes,
Yeah, some of them have that.
Me I tell you, man, me totally forgot her name. But
yeah, because some people can market themselves as the biggest social media. That's what it is, Hold on. Is it a long jumper?
I think so,
All right. There's this ship from Sweden, right?
Oh, yeah, me know she.
I think Africa originally, Kadi Sagnia.
Yeah, Sagnia. Yeah, she. I know she me at all. There's a next one.
Massive.
She must did too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because even her workout and she seemed to get injured, but she do her workout and things. She's very popular.
We're not talking about brand Jamaica Papine boss. We are talking about athletics. We're not talking about Jamaican athletics. This is a general conversation now. Athletics need to be marketed more.
Yeah.
We can't expect to have Michael Johnson say Now I can't expect to have a shoes, right? And people are wait 4 years to see him run again
See him run. No,
at an
it can't
Olympic
work.
game. Them say that can't work. And every day my fear come out and I say, yo, I'm the fastest. Oh, I'm the fastest. But you're the fastest, nobody now see you run.
Yeah. But,
so that's the problem, you know, with track and field, you know.
Them need to run.
And you see the dynamics different again, because if your body not ready, you cannot run. And me believe athletics training probably be one of the most rigorous training.
Yeah. But maybe sometimes the running, while the fighters actually running to help them to coach. You ever notice you see some athletes run and them seem to don't get injured and stuff like that? But there always going to be some niggling and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They have to run, man.
But they push your body still in a training and them something there. You tend to be more vulnerable still, you know.
Yeah.
So when
still, you know, go back to the other sport, them like basketball, football, baseball. When a basketball, where physical up and down court, and I perform at least 3 times a week. I play a game on me last how long, even though I supposed to be 1 hour, but it last longer and then up and down. And I do it at least 3 times a week, man. How much game for the year? Come on, man. That's a lot. When your body do.
But look on the time where you play it. You get too much time out and all of these things. Plus, you can't go back and practice and all they do is just shoot some hoop. All they do is try to do some screening. You know, you have specific things where you do. So you now go through the rigors through practice again. But every time you athlete them run, them still have to go back, go do them work.
Yeah, off season, them kind of do the most thing, and then in the games and stuff like that. That's when them build up their fitness level. That's why the early part of the season is now important for them.
No, me not talk Fatima nor Tara. There's this Caucasian girl. Me no remember if Australia she come from or one country where me no remember the name right now. But me know say our Instagram following is big. I know Tara me talk, man. Me know Tara and Fatima.
Oh, Tara massive, man. Tara, she market herself, and she and her husband have YouTube channel, and them do it long time now from she in college, you know. I saw them meet, you know. They might go to one different college and she go to perform. I saw them meet. And them a long time. And then put them life out there still, you know, which how much are we from yard go do that?
Jamaican secretive, man, and put it out
there. Yeah, that I tell us. You have to put the market themselves first.
So I guess it have to do with what you call it? Our culture. We don't like put things out there.
The culture have a lot to do it.
Yes, Berta Yardi, that girl me attack. Smith. What her first name? Yeah, man. Let me look for her. I think I follow her too, you know. Yo, she have a big following. Yeah, man. Sophia, she name? Let's see. Yeah, man. Alika or Alisa. She have 5.6 million followers. Wow. She an athlete, and enough people don't know her.
Really?
Yeah. I'm put her up on the screen. I tell you. She bigger than some. Look there. When you check it out, PR thing bigger than Shelly thing.
Yeah.
Shelly didn't have no 5 points something, man.
All right, coach, that's my thing, but we have to do that still, the marketing and stuff like that. We have to do that, push that athlete them. Because athlete them have to get that money to make them stay in a coach and go. But if them not go out and get something still, you know, and them look at when them career done and them take care of them family, why them have to get paid, because just like you're doing another job, you know, and the company and take care of you, have to look elsewhere. Yeah. That's how it is. That's them job. All right, boss. Go on listening, huh?
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, she look like a model too, you know, so that probably one of the reasons why people run over there, you know. Yeah, man. She have a big, huge following. She run 400 and 800. Kishiana's personality. Yeah, but Shem him have to start put it out there on the gram in our media. That I think. Yeah, he did say he's an introvert. So him have to step out of that. See her up on the screen, Tony. Yeah, man. May I tell you, when me see our follower now, it's so big. And if you ask 5 people, me can't tell you, enough people in never know her. You see me? Enough people in never know that girl. I mean, I tell her she said what she said, boss athlete. And she promote her thing them. She do her YouTube as well. She post her picture them. She no ramp. And she look more like a model for real. She look more like a model, or her photographer is really good. Different style and flavor she bring. Yep. Yeah, man. So athletes have to know if they market themselves right now. It's not just how frequent the athletes compete, it's how much the whole entertainment industry view the sport. MMA and boxing top athletes really compete, and we know how much they generate. Yeah, but when them start compete live, they not give a 10-second run. Remember our 9-second run. Remember, so at that, you know, if you understand the track and field dynamics different, you know, man. 10 second you get, you know. You know, see nothing with the other athletes them are train. But when you come in at the ring, where you go up on the pitch, where you go up on the court, you get a whole close to an hour production. Kishina run for 9 seconds. Booming gone. You have to just replay the race, replay the race. Yeah, man. Me always thought that in a Shem. You see, trash talk, always a good thing. Blade boy in the building. That is why she has following coach. It's a she hot. Yeah, yeah. Jamaican take things personal and yeah, yeah. Exactly. All right. You see, like when Kishian talk about say on the after the racers for sickers, it him have something when them ask him if him have no work and nothing special and them thing there. And you see, like the national trials, that we are talking about too again, you know. Them should have some clippings out, man. Oblique versus Kishian, and you ask them, yo, Kishian, what go on? You think you go deal with Kishian like how you deal with it last year? And then Kishian oblique my answer and say, yo, you get me last year, no, but guess what? This year, me I go fry him, man. Me I go fry. And my spikes teeth, them I go see. Them look a friendly rivalry there. We too possum, man. No look a build up. Hey Fabs, yeah man. Let me say a little bit of people probably know her, man. Nike sponsors kitchen and they don't care about fast time. That's all I'm saying. Yep. How we call in the program because this number going to voicemail. If you're calling from US, I wouldn't advise you to call directly. Call WhatsApp. Doing Melwood. Call WhatsApp. Now I'm gonna tell you if you waste. If you call straight, I cut off a call. If you're calling from US. Yeah? She's gorgeous and she'll catch eyes quickly. JT and other Jamaica Association is serious not to take and if you lost stop and she's white mediocrity often gets more currency than black excellence. Ooh, really, Trevor? They say you're gone, Trevor. All right, remember move her and put up Tara. They say Dali can't garner some interest. Well, you say Olympics need to change every 2 years. That little 17-year-old white girl who ran those fast times in Philly this weekend, sponsors are going to fight over her. Coach, post a number. Change all number. The number up on the screen, you know. I can't understand. The number up on the screen, you know. Every week, I have to put up a number every time I come live. Number always up on the screen. Yeah, doing. Welcome to the show. You have to turn on. You have to turn on that, you know.
Yeah, man, I turn it off.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Afternoon, coach.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, big up yourself. So my concern, I know everybody bashing the J3 and JOA and everybody.
Yeah, hold on. Me can't stop you.
concern-
Me can't stop you there. So I don't think I bash them a bunch. I think it's constructive criticism and giving ideas as well.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, take it.
Mm.
But my concern really is this money that Turkey is offering is life-changing, right? Life-changing money. And I feel like if we're making the argument that athletes should switch because of the money, then Turkey, right off the bat, have an unfair advantage for countries like Turkey.
It is always gonna it's always gonna be unfair.
You know, in football they have this FIFA fair play for transfer windows and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Right, where the rich clubs can spend over a certain amount of money, because what is going to stop Turkey for every year they just come for us?
Nothing.
Because we can't compete. Because even if the Jamaican government said, well, we'll give 100,000 US, that is no in comparison to the 500,000 plus incentives that Turkey can.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we, compete against a nation with such results?
My thing is that we can't compete, but I'm saying, and I will always say it, once we put the infrastructure in place, the athletes will never say that they leave because J3 didn't do that or J3 didn't do that, because you can't compete with this type of money. But ensures that things are put in place so that even if them come and them go, them can't say because that never do and that never do. Is it me? Oh, the sound. Hold on, the caller. Look like you have a background. I don't know if a fan or a window blower or something.
Yeah, I see the comment. I turned it off.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because boy, they really have a unfair advantage. But I get the point. Put the infrastructure in place and put the rewards in place. so that they can turn back and say, well, at least we never
Try hard, yeah.
you know, put something there, try in some way or the other. Right? The other thing I see a lot of people talking about, you know, doing things to, you know, sell t-shirts and so on and so forth. When you look at just for the 5 athletes, you know, that what Turkey has put on the table is almost $500 million, right? And we are struggling to even get a full grandstand at the stadium. Right? So we talk a lot of things, but when you time to meet them come out, it's the same handful of people going out to support. So if the JHA should start putting on some meat and say, boy, come at the stadium, nobody not sure.
But Carla, you have to look on the diaspora too, you know. They can put things in place to ensure that the diaspora be a part of this because a lot of them love the track and field. And when they go on the streams that are happening, these are quote unquote free streams that are taking place. So if the J3 can put together, like what the JFF does, they put together a package of $9.99 on their YouTube channel for membership, your contribution that for watch a particular meet, $10. You see me I say? So if they can put things in place like that, so that they can actually get some fun. So if the people in Jamaica now come, the diaspora will also be supporting because several of them want to see these meet. At TVG alone are capitalized because they must sell the thing for the national trials. The subscription through one spot. So if J3s can capitalize on these things, they can.
Yeah, I mean,
and as we say, we are trying to give
revenues.
solution. The revenue that will come in might not be the 500,000 or the 30,000, but it can cover some cost in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, because what I find in Jamaica, you know, coach, is that I don't know if people have a genuine love for track and field in Jamaica. It seems as if they have a genuine love for their schools. Right?
That is it.
And when we are competing probably against other nations, but to have a pure track meet, to come out and support that, the support is not there. I don't think it's a marketing thing. It seems as if just track and field overall in Jamaica, people more aligned to their schools than really to the country and to the sport itself. So how do we garner that interest in the sport itself?
Boy,
because every time I go stadium, is the same set of people coming out and known.
You're right.
It's like it's a fan club. Right?
And you get to know these people because you see them every week.
Every week. Right. I know one of my biggest pain points with track and field. I follow all sports, a lot of basketball, every sport. And every time an athlete gets injured, there's a full report. Such and such athlete is injured. This is what is happening. It is expected to be out 6 to 12 months. In Jamaica, it's like you have to guess that with track and field, you have to guess and spell, I wonder what happened to this person. I wonder what happened with Elaine. I wonder what happened with Shelley. And it just leaves this one broad window for speculation and people saying all sort of stuff. Some not go so, some go so. Why can't they keep the fans informed? I said, well, I'm out.
Well, I mean,
I'm running here, I'll be showing here, put out your calendar and say, these are my track meets for the year. So that people get an interest. I will go out to see you.
Yeah, Missy Brianna do that something there. Missy Brianna do that something there. She put her itinerary where she ever compete. I think for 1 month where she ever compete. Yeah, that one good idea too.
I see Elaine not showing up and it's like it's investigative journalism you have to be doing. Why is she not competing? And they just feel like, as the fans, I don't really have no duty to talk to you. You're going to figure it out. But and that don't happen in no other sport.
That is true, but you have to kind of understand from an Elaine standpoint, Elaine get a whole heap of backlash from the fans themselves, So you think we look on it from a human standpoint, you think she want to come out, come talk to the fans them. I think the last time she tried that, the last time she tried that talking about if them want to she do a YouTube channel and whatever. And the comment them were from the alien run. Alien said, no, sir. For me, more nah, no, whatever, I know. But then me I go figure talk things, and she does not bother with it. Based on the comment from some of the people. Them. I understand from her standpoint. Not to say that she can't, but just putting it in perspective. Yeah, you were saying.
I get it, man. But as I said, I follow a lot of sports. Have you ever heard how them talk to LeBron? Have you ever go under some comments or them deal with LeBron when him fail? Deal with Curry them fail and Ronaldo, Messi. Some people bash them hard, you know.
But sometimes them not see that.
Them probably have handlers dealing with the thing. But you can't,
So like Alien now, she put it out in and them and respond to her. And the likes of these athletes, I think the last time when what's his name, Stephen A. Smith said something about LeBron, him confront him.
Yeah.
And make him know what go on. Yeah. So it kind of different. And as we said, Jamaican track and field, sometimes in some event, kind of be kind of secret. Whole past hide and seek and them things there. So sometimes we have to just wait. Sometimes we so investigative that we can, dig out some information and we can able to run with it so the fans them can know what go on.
Yeah, the thing what catch me off guard with this Turkey thing is
we don't know what go on there, so look like him battery done or something. But yeah, caller, you can call back. I don't know what happened. I don't know if him light gone. I don't know if him light gone or him battery dead or something. But you can call back. Etta Brown says she can't get the story. She'd have no choice but to make up her own story. Welcome to the show.
no, man, I credit that done. I said somebody actually credit that. No, I opened my earpods and it cut out, it cut off the thing.
You know, if people are gonna say something, you know. Me have to tell them say probably your light gone or your battery dead, you know.
No, man, I'm missing. I found my earpods and it just cut it off. Somebody said
Michael has say credit done.
What catch me off guard, coach, was the fact that I seen top athletes, medalists switching. Normally they go for the middle of the pack athletes, but it really kind of catch me off guard that because you would expect that some of these top athletes. Well, I know about Rajinda that him don't have the sponsorship, but you expect like Jaden and some of these top people to have sponsorship.
Yeah, everybody else have sponsor.
Stone now.
Yeah, man, Stone have Adidas sponsor, I think. Sponsorship.
Right, so yeah, so it really kind of catch me off guard that them come for 5 at the top man them all at once.
Yeah.
The long jumper name eluded me now. I thought these people kind of was a little bit financially better. But again, 500,000 upfront, especially when you don't sure about tomorrow, it's hard to kind of pass it up.
Yeah, man. I remember said the event what them do is not blue ribbon event, you know. So
right.
And Michael Johnson put on the Grand Slam and him say him now cater for the field, they must save track. You see me? So people tend to be slighted by even things like these. Yeah. If you notice when the jumps and the throws are happen, you know, get a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
You just see the track.
I normally have to follow that on you have to normally follow that on the J3 as well, on the website for World Athletics to see what's happening on the field.
Yeah, so them now get the attention and the coverage of them need, so them now able to launch. Like I say, if there's something like this come, man, I go just want to move. So you can't really fight them still, man. All me can say, everybody wish them all the best. Wish them all the best. They make them decision, whatever the repercussion. positive or negative, them have to go deal with it. And why I think people are over the top about this topic is because, like I say, a medalist and a potential medalist. That's why.
And some of a lot of us kind of get, have attachment to like a Jaden. We know him from him young and come up, so we are look forward for him progression and things. So you kind of have that attachment to him. So you kind of hit when you see somebody like him.
And me as a stone progression too. We in Pinot they come through champ system too, so everybody know.
Yeah, from champ system, from KC, right? So you kind of have that attachment to them, and you see them just get up and say, "Boy, I'm gone." But what to do? Them say, as them say back in the days, big man have the money, so him are the boss. So them gone, Turkey gone with them. So I wish them all the best. My concern is that if Turkey is just allowed to continue this progression, Warrior going to start them for just come for a fight next year and a 5 another time.
Well,
rough. It's hard. It's hard to compete with that. Very hard. But at least make a try. Make the J3s and government try to put something in place. So that people can look back and say, "Boy, I never try."
The assurance we can, the assurance we can probably have, is that the last time Turkey come to Jamaica, it was how many years ago? Several years ago, And probably 10 years ago, if me just want to put a number to it. So we might not see no move until our next 10 years.
And I guess the last time they come for Jake Harvey and those
Barnes,
and Brandon Simpson.
Yeah, and Simpson and them people, yeah.
So they say, all right, they might come for the bigger team. Now that they come and slap a 4 medal for me, probably. We say, all right, we need to pay some more attention here.
Yeah. And them still try have some female, because them say they want to put together a nice 4x1 for female. So see, Favor gone there. Them are pre another Jamaican athlete.
No man, I know them are pre. I tell you why. I was at the Olympics in Paris, and I tell you it was. I said to myself, "Well, why am I choose to come this Olympics?" Because it's like it was just like feel like it was a disappointment after disappointment. And I remember where I was when time Stoner one day go to the stadium one that day. Right? And I was there. I remember when time the long jump was going on, and Hibbert got injured and so on. I was in the stadium watching everything. And I tell you, one thing I can say in Jamaica is a big brand. I got annoyed just taking pictures of people. From I step off the train, I start the France, it's just pictures after pictures after pictures. So the field events was what kind of made my Olympics journey worth it. Yeah. Right? And the man is going to take all of them and they one time and go with them. Why? But we'll see.
Yeah, man. All right, big up yourself, man.
Yeah, man, big up yourself.
All right, cool. Yeah, Cosmic Wisdom. The name of that shot putter is it shot putter or discus? Probably a discus you're talking, Mullins, Ralford's Mullins. Yep. Discuss, yeah, man. Yeah, Trevor, then look, I couldn't believe when me talking. When me telling us a favor or feel it, and the next one in the pipeline, I don't believe. All right. And I go see after trials. We just hope, say, whatever happen at trials, it will destabilize Turkey and something there. And Bahrain. Welcome to the show. You're live.
Coach is this. Good afternoon, man.
Good afternoon. Who is this?
Yeah, I'm a first time caller.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah, but I listen to your vlog from time to time,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it is concerning regarding all those athletes switching allegiance.
Mm-hmm.
But I think somehow there are a lot of issues that are being missed within this discussion, you know,
Yeah.
because I see J3 as the body that is in control of athletics. You know, they are the ones who are responsible for, you know, the policies and so on that drive the sports. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I see them at the top of the pyramid, right? And they are the ones who should really lead whatever, you know, initiative is to be put in place so as to, you know, keep the athletes, you know, interested in, you know, representing Jamaica on an ongoing basis. Now, first thing I would like to address is the matter of the selection of athletes to represent Jamaica, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
we are listening, man.
Right. This matter concerned me from the time of the I think it's the 2020 athletics, 2020 Olympics, right? That was in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And Omar McLeod as the Olympic champion, you see? He did not qualify to represent Jamaica at the 2021 Olympics, right? Which means that he did not get a chance to even defend his title at the Olympics, right? As the defending champion. Can you recall that?
Yeah.
You did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that as the Olympic champion, he should be an automatic selection to represent Jamaica at the very next Olympics. You understand?
Yeah, that is something that can be looked into.
Right?
But look
Right?
at it this way, the caller. You won
Yeah.
2024, right? And
Mm-hmm.
how are we going to be so sure that you will be in tip-top shape, come back to the trials and be able to go to the championship? Me agree with that. Say,
That can be easily dealt with, you know.
how?
You could put in a clause to say, right, that if an athlete is a world champion or an Olympic champion, and based on his current performance, he is within the top 10 or even top 20.
20?
Yeah, of the world, what should I say now? The world best list.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, if he's the Olympic champion, and let us say he's even in the top 20 of world best performance, why should he come back to a trial to compete
Because
to get a place to represent?
because
Eh?
the time gap is too wide. Suppose you have 3-4 people that run faster than him. What you gonna do? Them have to come prove it at the championship. That's why we
Yeah,
have
but
the
he's Olympic
championship.
champion.
Yeah, but
I
that was
understand
4 years ago.
Yeah, but I believe the champion, the Olympic champion, and the world champion should not have to qualify to defend their title. That is the first thing.
Technically speaking, you have a point, but what I'm looking at is the gap between for the Olympics.
Yes, but
It is
you
too
see,
wide.
I think what is of greater significance is of us allowing the athlete to defend their title. I think that stands for something.
But can some responsibility be placed on the athlete as well? If you know that you're
Yeah,
going to defend your title, you should be doing something from the time you run that
right.
race from the day after.
That is why I'm saying that there could be a clause to say that the athlete should at least should have current times within the World Top 10 or World Top 20 times.
The top 20 too wide, man. Too wide.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
Well, let's say top 10 then. Let's say top 10 or even top 8.
Top 5.
Whatever the clause is. there could be a clause to say that as long as you're in the top 20, the top 10 or top 8, you know, you don't have to come to the trial, right? That is one simple way of even recognizing, you know, the athlete's performance. All right. The next thing I would like to discuss with you too, right, is the fact that the biggest funding for sports actually come from the media rights, you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you think of even like the Premier League in England or, you know, even sports in America and so on, it is the media rights that provide the sponsorship, you know, the biggest chunk of funding for the sports,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if you think of the Premier League, right, Sky Sports and those media provide, I guess, upward of say £2 billion, you know, a sponsorship for the clubs, right? And so, in our Jamaican situation, I think if a media has the right to broadcast these sporting events, they should be providing a significant chunk of the funding to the J3A, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what we see in our Jamaican situation is that the these media, they are literally asking the sporting body to pay them, the media, to broadcast events,
Yeah, because
which
it's
to me is just not tenable.
yeah, but
You know,
it is a significant amount of funds from the media houses to actually put on that production, do you know?
I know,
Mm-hmm.
but the way it is arranged at an international level is that the media is pumping significant funding into the sport, and regardless of the costing to actually produce that, you know, produce the media coverage and so on, they should still pump some funding into the event. You
Yeah,
know,
but you see, when you look at it that way, Carla, you see, oftentimes we try to use basketball and football for, you know, make the comparison between track and field. I don't think it can be a fair comparison because more
right?
people watch football than track and field. More people watch
I agree.
basketball than track and field.
I
So,
agree with that.
so the
I agree with
returns
that.
are going to be more so that they can actually give back to whatever they need to give back to.
I understand, but that is a matter that needs to be looked into, you know. And look at from another point of view, the fans also need to take some responsibility, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
when we have trials and you know these big athletic events, even the racers meet the other day, just feel literally the stadium was even off, you know.
Yeah.
So the fans need to take some responsibility. The
Yeah.
fans need to turn up, man, and support the athletes, you know.
Yeah, but Carla, who love it going on?
That is true. But
Who love
fans
it
need to
go?
take some fans should take some responsibility to Virgin.
No, so the ones that will take the responsibility are the one them
Hello?
will go.
Hold on. Hello?
Hold on. May I talk to one voice and the voice change? A different person this company phone?
No, man, no. It's just that I was listening to my vehicle, you know, but I was
Oh.
actually moving and changing my location. So I switch out the vehicle. Yeah. So those are some points that I really want to continue the discussion, but I have an appointment I have to attend to.
All right,
So
cool.
I'll call you another time and continue this discussion, you know?
Yeah, man, cool.
Yeah, man, respect, man. My name is Mel.
All right, Mel, big up.
All right, take care. Bye.
First time caller. Hey, listen. Me think the Olympic gap too wide. I thought about that very same thing, but when you look on the gap, somebody are gonna rise. If you know say you can't keep up for that 4 years there, can defend your spot. That me say. Defend your spot. 4 years there. Yo, wait, so we need to promote the meet, right? And now, Kimani, more people know about the meet through coach's desk and the different meets through coach's desk than the organizers of the meet. So like the Diamond League and the J3 meet, them need for hire me And don't make turkey come for me. You see it? Cause we are put in, we make people know what go on. But anyways, come on, the fans that show up at the stadium for these meetings, are the people who love it. So who else are going to take accountability? Them dead already. The ones that are invested in it, they are there. So they can't take responsibility and them already dead. Well, I know Kimani, but me start something on my channel. Reach about episode 4. That girl Shelly-Ann. I mean I do some little thing of Shelly-Ann where she running and what she do. And some little updates on Shelly-Ann. Of course, me I do something. Yeah? I better you know watch them. Nah man, me not reach out. Me also not reach out to nobody, brethren. Me good. Do it for the love, we not do it for the likes. Yeah man, me good man. Yeah man. I would not miss a football, track or cricket match when I lived in Jamaica. The only I mean never see none of them. What is Fox, Shane Knowles? Yeah, Jack and feel I don't know money sport for real, man. I go to meets around my area. All right, Onika. You take the bait, you should even answer me, Onika. You should have said, what you talk, say, coach? All right, people, big caller coming. Big caller coming. Rajinja Campbell, welcome to the show.
Man.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Big caller coming.
We're not here. Turn down the background and make we hear what you say.
That. Wagwan.
We're there, I know. Big up yourself, you know. I'm glad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, stay long, but the guy's a lot of information wrong.
Yeah.
I was listening the other night to that guy called Henry Edley.
Oh.
Listen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Henley name.
there's a lot of misinformation out there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
I believe that someone mentioned that there should be a transfer fee for athletes.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with it because at the end of the day, the money doesn't go back to the athletes. I did understand that every time we compete a medal, the J3s get a paycheck. All right?
Really?
That money, it's in the contract. It's a part of the contract. And why people are outraged about what we are doing and the sacrifice that we have took, they fail to understand that in 2023, I had an offer to leave.
Yeah. CM Turkey?
I decided I was patriot and I stayed.
Okay.
Later turn on and bite me big time. So it's not a situation where I didn't try. I tried. I called, I emailed, and at the same time, I don't believe that they really understand that it is challenging, one, for track and field.
Mm-hmm.
We are not sprinters. So obviously, and as I can see, I am still unsponsored.
Yeah.
You know? The Adidas contract that the J3s refused to sign would have made track and field Jamaica 100 times better than where we are now. Mm-hmm. There were bonuses that benefit the athlete, not the federation. There were certain things I wouldn't have control over because it would be directly to the athlete, based on my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And they went against that. So in my eyes, I don't care about us. Somebody decides, it's time to start. I literally start the year with the mindset of, this year I'm doing it for me.
Yeah.
And as a result, this is that decision I have to make.
But
and the guy Edley also said that I
that more you adjust. Yeah.
I received funding from the J3s in May of, I think it was 2024. After I call, they said they were gonna offer a fund. I said, all right, cool. They gave me $500 and something dollars February while I was in Madrid. I time we came in, I was grateful. And I said, all right, if this is consistent, I can make it work a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
March. It came in March. April, nothing. May, nothing. June, nothing. So, all right, cool. I went to, when I was in Stuttgart at the training facility, I went to Mr. Watts and I showed him my bank account and said, sir, I am down bad. I need some help. He gave me $700. All right. All the stipend that we got for being at the training camp went back into my bills.
Yeah.
All right. So what they didn't understand is like, yes, people make it seem like at the end of the day, when we are training us, this is to represent Jamaica, and this is to choose a sport.
Yeah.
So why you guys upset what I should do with my talent? Like, and they'll address the fact they say, we benefit from the system. Listen, most of the athletes that you can say benefit from the system are the ones still in Jamaica. Everybody that take the opportunity to leave and come over here and make something of themselves. One is a chance they come to school, they can get injured. If they got injured in 2022, I was injured, I couldn't throw. Nobody would have heard about me. It's not like they're making an effort to say, let's help these athletes. No, everybody, and idea when championship come around, they celebrate.
Yeah.
As soon as championship is over, nothing. So I understand there's a lot of Jamaican that is hurt by it, and I must apologize. But at the same time,
you have to think about you.
I get told, I get young Ghana, and if they are benefit from it, why shouldn't I? From my own talent.
Yeah, for real. Because Rajinja, we never know that whenever you athletes go out there and put in all the effort and win a medal, it benefits the country, it benefits the federation. So where is the offshoot of that towards the athletes?
This is structure track and field in Jamaica. Usain Bolt, Usain Bolt and Bob Marley have done so much for the brand of Jamaica. Majority tourism is because Usain Bolt and Bob Marley. Usain Bolt is not a national hero. Bob Marley is not a national hero.
Yeah, entertainment and
Jamaica
sports.
doesn't know to capitalize on what we have. If it was US know how to market. Most countries know how to market and what they have. Jamaica, we are so accustomed of getting result without investment, we become lacquer basic. And that is as a result of what's going on. Jaden Hibbert got injured. Nobody check on him and see this how his recovery is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stone was going to play football. They make it sound like say, the man, the federation came out and say, you know what, we know you're going to stay in Jamaica. Half of us was heading out the sport.
Okay.
So it's like, I heard so much rumors, but just be patient.
Yeah, Rajinja. Me no want you feel like the people against you. Because
no, I know they're not.
Right. So the people pretty much support the move because at the end of the day, like you said, we believe that any decision that you athletes make, it is in your best interest. So nobody can go against that. The fans are more so upset with the federation or the association because they would not have put in place infrastructural approach to ensure that even if these offers come, when the athletes leave, they're not going to be able to say, the J3 didn't do nothing. And that we really accept on this program. So we wish you all the best, Virgin. You have to do what you say. You get older. You have been training for so long. Hurt. Nobody know where you go through. You guys were going to go out of the sport. And I mean, when you make this decision, it's like, well, we have to do support you. We can't go around it. But what we need to ask you though, do you have any idea why you have not been contacted to be given a sponsor, knowing that the J3 is a Puma sponsored association?
This is a very interesting topic because I believe that if you're a national sponsor, you sponsor a national team, you should prioritize our athletes. All right, that's just common sense. All right, I believe that Adidas has made a more push to sponsor Jamaican athletes than Puma has. It was they have no interest in throws. That's what I was told.
Okay.
All right. So imagine national sponsor. The next thing about switching to Puma, this to the match problem. You get offer 40 million over 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There are details of contract that goes towards athletes, that goes towards development program. If there was a switch out necessary, obviously they're going to cover whatever their other contract is doing. They're going to cover it. What that proves to me is that they're more care about their lie to the sponsor and not their lie to the country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so in that sense, they make the decision kind of easy.
Yeah. So they make.
You know, it's a match problem. They give you a contract and a structure to better of the country, and you choose against that. And the thing is that though, no statement was made about it. Nothing was made about it. Everything, there needs to be some transparency in how sports is managed in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
And until that happens, I believe more athletes will leave.
So you were you privy to more details of the Adidas contract than what came out, or persons close to the deal gave you more information to insight that it was really more athlete centered than the federation centered?
It was someone close to, it was someone within the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me some information, and to me, one, if they are switched to Puma with Adidas, majority of who that went to the Olympics got a contract, there's a higher probability that got a contract. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I said, all right, cool. But being that Puma is our main sponsor, our main sponsor is telling that, yo, we are not interested in it. The federation has power now. The federation has put Jamaica, brand Jamaica is so huge. It's easily marketable. So why you think Adidas put for that $40 million? You look how the jersey themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The Adidas football.
Once them go on, it's when the Adidas jersey them drop on the website, them sell off quick. Jamaica color is one of the best color because the only flag when I have no blue and white in it, you know. And it's just a unique type of color.
I think a lot of it is even with the federation. I mean, all of this is from my perspective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Money goes in, and it doesn't go out. And if it does go out, you can't check GC and you can't check racers. That's all I have to say. I got the bounce. I'm at practice.
All right, boss. Big up yourself. Thanks for calling, man.
No problem.
All right, cool. Man, gonna practice. And take some time out and practice to make Henley and him friend them. The man say, man get money. The man get money and he knows him a go switch. Can you imagine? Boy, this is riveting. And I don't know if you were listening keenly. You can hear the frustration in the athlete's voice. You can hear the frustration. So the fact is that when the athletes win medals, so when we get them 13 and 12 and them medals there, a whole heap of money are coming in. Oh my God. Oh my God. Papi, you know, I wait for your call, you know. I wait for your call. Let me stick around to see if nobody else gonna call. Who else I gonna call? What if Jaden I gonna call? See number up on the screen, you know. One day if Wayne Pinnock I gonna call. Yeah, that is telling for real, you know, A Forbes. The fact that he had to show his bank account in digits on him phone in him account to say, yo, look here, nothing now, go on. Money goes in and none and none go out. Hey. People, this what my can a worm. And nothing me take out of this, you know. The man no must hurt, man. Let me tell you, none of the athletes they don't want to turn them back on Jamaica. None of them. Me can't tell you that. But they have to ensure that their future is secured. Yeah, the man say he got an opportunity to switch from 2023 and he said that he remained loyal. And in the midst of that loyalty, he had some bad experience. Exactly, that too, Trevor. That no miss. Me no miss that either. That has been said from the time when we hear about the contract, you know, because it was athlete-centric. No, man say my run, he didn't call to stay long, Rocky Hill. The man said things are gonna reveal, man. A whole lot of things in here in the media and things are gonna reveal. Carla, welcome to the show.
Yeah, coach. I'm here again.
Oh, this Rasta?
There's one question I'm sorry I never asked him, which because I see what them say them now go get the money up front and
yeah, well, man, me didn't want to ask. Only no things me didn't want to ask them questions, but me have to give him a chance with vent, Virgin. You have to understand,
yeah. The man, you can hear the frustration.
Exactly. I have to give him a chance with vent. Me can't just say, yo, me ask you this, me ask you this. The man calling for the program.
Yeah,
you see me I say, you have to understand that.
Yeah.
The man, make him stay longer than when him plan to stay, you know.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to make him get more comfortable so me can ask them questions there.
Yeah, I sure. Yeah, making it that.
You see me I say?
Man, I have to go train, man. Serious, man.
And him they are training too, so we can't really disrupt.
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah, sure. I can't mess up him psyche and all them things too.
You can hear the frustration though.
Yeah, but because the thing is this, coach. You see, because it's a national thing, and I like say you play for one club or one team, and say one half of your more and your change because that's something happening in sports. You change go on next team and there's a country thing. So is that and I feel so because man lead and pride. The man still a Jamaican virgin, so he must feel a certain way.
Man,
so decision for them do it is
tough,
not that easy decision in a virgin because what the man them go through why them actually do it, virgin. Yeah. Yeah, just that me one. But me don't believe that thing they say them now get the money till them because coach, look on the man a fool, Virgin, and they have people on it. You think them go do that if them now get the money till 3 years time?
That's why him say a lot of things are said when I go so.
Yeah, me don't believe that, coach. That because I wouldn't do that if I was in the position. Me ain't gonna do that. Virgin, the man, me don't believe that. The man, them all get their money, Virgin. The most that's the citizenship because it have to be when they get the citizenship and all in with them. Because it's a bonus up front, it's a sign-on bonus up front, that means you're sign-on. So the man will get their money, Virgin, and the stipend, what them get, basically, it's a salary the man will get every month, Virgin.
But what me can tell you now, in call the number. So me have the number.
Oh, okay.
So me I go investigate more. Not stay there.
Yeah, man.
Don't worry about the questions that we miss.
Yeah, so the man they want some blogger, them will pay 20,000 a month,
Yo. We discussed that half the year, and if anything go on, me personally I come tell you now. All right, Dean Messon. Yeah, man, you can call in. Big up yourself, Rasta.
Yeah.
Uno stay there. Yeah, man. Dean, what go on? Welcome.
Yes, this coach is nice to meet you. It's my first time calling in.
Thank you for calling. You've been a long time listening to the show or watch of the show? Or you just recently?
Yeah. No, man, I'm watching your show a long time. I don't live in Jamaica, I'm in Canada.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I am deeply hurt, right? Because I have been watching track and field for years now, from Merlin at the days coming up, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
a big fan of track and field.
Yeah.
But to be honest to you, this one really hit me real hard. That is like I don't even want to watch track and field again. Even the trials coming up, I don't even want to see it because I am so hurt. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me? And I'm gonna ask a question before I go further.
Mm-hmm.
GC Foster College, right? Is GC Foster College a government facility, or is that ballad man down there own it? Me need to know. I mean,
Which
to be honest,
that whole heap of man have ballad in it. You need which ballad man?
Morris Wilson.
He's the principal and he's the founder and the head coach of Sprintec Track Club, which yes is a part of GC Foster College.
You may understand that
I
he is
think
princess.
I think it's the school. I don't know. I know it was a gift by the Cuban government. I don't know in terms of the um all runnings and if it is controlled by the government. I mean, no said schools like these would have to have a board of directors and all of these things, but I don't know. Me not think a Maurice own it though. Nah, I can't. Me not think they would have give him an institution like that for one.
Because to be honest to you, I have been observing a lot of things, especially in the coaching, the whole coaching, the whole coaching thing at Jamaica. It's like I felt like I felt like this man is one of the biggest crab in a barrel where it come on to coaches in a Jamaica. And I think this man fight out a lot of coaches in a Jamaica. You understand me? And in the J3, in the between J3 and JOA, it's like there are some grudge thing is happening. Some grudge thing is happening between the two of them, and too much friend thing is like to because we here looking on the we here on the outside looking in on the inside. There's a lot of grudge. Um, there's a lot of friend thing that is happening in there, and you know it is so it is so obvious to know that it's like a coach cannot vice vice his or her his or her I mean opinion or not at all. It's like I said, then just turn against them. So as they open their mouth and say anything, it's like it's the worst thing ever happened. It's like they don't get no support or anything. Because I believe I believe that the government and Babsy Grange need to step in. I don't think that everything should just left up to the JHA and the JOA because they feel like I say a them institution. You understand me? And there is nobody to talk to them about it. Nobody, to report. To report to. You understand? And this is foolishness, man. This has got to stop. Both JOA, the whole Monday, both JOA and both J3A, they need to come out. The whole of them need to step down, man. Give somebody a chance. I believe that, we understand the politics are run hard at Jamaica with JLP and PMP and crap. Come on, this is people life and this is young people life at stake. You understand me? These young people has been training from primary school coming up. And, it is very hard to know that they are training in and putting in the work and, just come and somebody just snatch them secretly behind them back. Behind, I mean, people just snatch them just secretly, just like that, and there is nobody to hold accountable for it. I'm not saying that they don't have a mind of their own, They do have a mind of their own, but if they were getting the proper attention and the proper respect. These people don't have no respect. How can you have an organization where you want people to respect you and you don't respect nobody? Remember, is the athletes and the coaches that are training them. You understand me? And they are running for a country with pride. And it's like as far as when we see them are the one who only want respect and disrespect athletes. And how can you have a race where somebody run a race, and if even few athletes in the race and your athlete come last, you expect to take your athlete and put it in a one relay team to run. No, you tell me how that works. Hmm? So all of this is like they are just for themselves. And to be honest to you, me I pray real hard because me want God expose them. Whatsoever them I do, if they're in a secret society or anything at all, me I beg God to expose the secret society, and me I ask the Lord to expose everything, because I believe that they should have taken the Adidas contract.
Based on where
I believe,
Rajinja just say.
because okay, Jamaica, you will tell me now that Jamaica only have one national stadium. There was a stadium, right, down by Trelawney, right, where they built. That stadium turned in a cow pasture. And you will tell me, and I remember some years ago when Usain Bolt was running, right? I remember when MVP asked for it. So them want the athlete to train down there, and then fight them out. The association fight him out from getting it. How can you have a coach that I can understand Stefano is rough at times, right? But you just have to deal with it. Because this man, even though in rough, he still a produce. You understand me? He is still producing. And how can you have a man like this that is producing so many Olympic gold medals over the years, and you are going to put him over one other man who can win a gold medal? And he sit down in there do. Only if him athlete even come fourth, if him athlete even come fifth and sixth, he want to go up and relay team where can make it. These are some of the questions, because it's like a friend thing. And God Almighty, me I pray for God to expose them, because I really want the Lord to expose them. They need to be exposed. The whole of them need to come out, right? And them need to give Juliet Cuthbert. Juliet Cuthbert have a lot of experience because she has been there. People like these, you need. People like these, you need in a J3 and JOA.
Yeah.
Because these people are acting as if they want people to afraid of them. These are people who say you're educated and you act so. They are educated fools, are educated done. And we over here that is on the outside that is looking in, it is so disgraceful. And you see the next thing, they never capitalize. They has never capitalized on Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt should have gotten ambassador a long time. You understand me? I know this man is here running for Jamaica for, for so long, and it is hard to know that there is nobody with a follow in a Usain Bolt footstep. Now all of the young athletes, them as they come up now, this younger generation, they are gonna go. It pains me heart because I can't watch it again. It is so disgraceful. As I am saying that, not saying, that they cannot go. But my God, on the ground where they are going in. All the whole man, all this whole man, when name Ladlow what? This whole man up there. All them fi come down, man. Them fi come out of it, man. Come out of it, man. Drop on them Facebook, man. How would they in there do? No, man. And no, to be honest, and I feel like I felt like Babsy Grange is playing with them too much. This is national pride. I felt like she played with them too much. There was one time they have a meeting and she said, I don't want to get in it. All you guys have to do, fix it. Fix what? Get in it and what? They now fix nothing. They not fix anything. You left it up to them for them fix it and they still now fix nothing. Nothing still now fix. My God, man.
All right.
My God, they need to step down. Them not have nobody to report to. The athlete, them not have nobody to report to. Because I see Tracy come out and Tracy, the young guy that taekwondo Tracy, and he report, right? And look most they eat off in head. You're gonna tell me that you don't have nobody who you can report to. You don't have nobody at all who you can talk to as an athlete, and you are running for your country. The athlete, them not supposed to walk and beg. Everything, even the field events, because first time Jamaica used to have only track. Now We are big in field events, and from the moment we win the Olympics, even still, whether we win silver in a field or we win bronze in a field, from those time we're supposed to start capitalize on it. And now the gold medal winner gone.
Well, it is what it is. I understand your cry, but it's just one
They
of them
need to
things.
come out, man. I know. They need
As
to
me are
come out,
telling,
man.
as me are telling,
JOA.
no, as me are telling you, me I go get the email address. One you can send on issues as well as solution to the J3s. When I go flood them email. So
And,
we not just want us talk and no action.
Exactly, no action, right? And there is this gentleman, you see, that came out from Big Old Sports Mac. You come from Big Old Sports Mac and you go call him and ask, you go call it Steve Francis and asshole. The man will produce so many gold medals. In Jamaica, you come out and call him an asshole and don't even know if you apologize. Because you see them bad mind and them laggerhead, them
Well,
man they will you see run his sport.
it wasn't the asshole
Jesus
himself.
Christ.
He said ass.
But whether asshole or ass, he should have never said something like that. He should have, because he can produce nothing. He is talking and he can produce nothing. Come on, man, show some respect. And I believe that Frano should have get a statue. Frano's supposed to get a statue. And you see, the thing is, yes, they have given Asafa Powell a statue, and Asafa run up in mouth and whatever, we can understand. I used to watch Asafa, you understand me? And because at the time, I used to work in Ocherius at this place. And me tell you, say, who used to love, I don't want to call the place, but I can tell you, say, everybody in that place that they love Asafa. You see, when a time for Asafa run, all we are bet, man, and we are say, yes, Asafa go on with that thing. You see, in 2007, they tell you, say, a crowd in that place, I watch television, because we say, Asafa go mash up Tyson again now. When Asafa come out, Asafa sweater run off Asafa, he sweat like bull. When we look at Asafa come third, you saying can't do major. If Asafa had win a major championship like Usain Bolt, he would have been big. But every time that come around in choke, you understand me? Every time that come around in choke. And the next thing again, as bad as simple as Johan Blake is, he is the second fastest man in the world. And at least he win a major championship. Whether Usain Bolt did fall start in the race, yes or no, he won a major championship. And I think they have treated Johan Blake very bad, and then treated Omar McLeod very bad also. And I gone left you.
All right, big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
All right. Mr. Kelly, bro. Charlie was there. Mr. Stephen first this the man. Oh, I'm this him. Hey, Rocky Hill. You see you, we don't come out of our business, man. Man say, Asafa never want to win because I don't want J3 get none of the money. Why this is news to me? But what Frano did, what Frano said, did Frano say anything that was incorrect? No, seriously. I know shade. The man talk truth. What you call truth shade? The press conference that was to them, man. That's why we're on the live, man. Yeah, as far as I know, the government cannot get involved in any sporting organization. There might be sanctions for that. From covering football, I learned that as well. So yeah. The people used to say, "Yo, Bob's in need to get involved so we can get the JFF out and all of this," but it couldn't happen because if it happened, FIFA probably would have stepped in and take over. So I don't think that can happen. Anyways, people, I'm gonna end the show here now, you know. Trials are come up. So hopefully tomorrow we can do prediction show. Cause I think Fernand said I'm not quoting, but I think he said that they cannot have somebody who is not a senior coach, somebody who is a high school coach, dealing with these things and not contacting the coaches who are working at senior. If that is a shade, and it was clearly stated, then I don't know what is a shade. Yeah, man, the government for manage the country, man. God, them need help. That's what you know. Kimani, I'm not telling you already. You cannot do nothing for change. If you're not gonna do nothing, you're going to join the federation. I'm telling you already, you're not listening. You're just typing. There's nothing that can be done. You have to go in, get on board. You have to go turn a coach. You have to be a part of the delegate. Something. You can't just stay out and be a part of it. No, Barbara, Junior not register. Kimani, that's why I say you're new, you know, because we talk about them something for a long time. All right, people, big up on yourself, you know. Soon get the email. You put in a can this. Well, yeah, me can do one show upon that. Or have one segment upon that. All right, I'm going to play something for you before I end the show.
Our sport is being handcuffed by a particular group of stakeholders. And that is a question maybe could be asked of that group of stakeholders who would have been in clear dialogue with these athletes, why they would have chosen the route they have chosen.
I'm concerned that the barn, so to speak, is being raided by cash regime.
If you had listened respectfully to my opening statements, you would have realized that I did say it is a concern to us. And surely all well-thinking Jamaicans, it is of concern. I also said that if it is, we are aware of the content. What are the issues that some of these athletes would have had? And they would have shared it with us. We would have done our best to assist them within the construct of confines of what it is we are available to us. I would have known most of these athletes from junior level. Excellent rapport with many of them. I can't, at this moment, presuppose why it is that the four in question would have acted the way they have acted. Suffice to say, okay, we wish the athletes all the best in their pursuit or the change of their leaders. Again, I repeat, until we, the J3s, through the natural normal channel, receive that such communique, you are speaking to it. I don't have that information as yet. But simply put forward, we wish the athletes all the best.
So it go. That is the end of the show. Until next time, people, stay safe. Peace.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.